In today's video, we are going to be talking about some of our homeschool favorites for this year. I'm going to be speaking with each one of my kiddos to ask them what was their favorites. You know, I can come on here and tell you what my favorites were, but I think it's kind of interesting to get a kid's perspective. All right, so I'm sitting down with my 8-year-old, and this year she is completing her 3rd grade year, and she's done quite a few different curriculums. And so I asked her what her favorite curriculum or her favorite thing that she did this year, and she immediately knew what it was. And what was that, Samaya?
Sonlight reading.
Her Sonlight reading. She read 22 books this year. Did you know it was that much?
No, I thought it was like 5.
No, she read 22 books this year with her Sonlight reading. And prior to that, she really wasn't into reading that much. And so I thought it was going to be quite a challenge for her. But what did you end up doing a lot of the times?
Reading.
When mommy would tell you just read one chapter, what would you end up doing?
Reading the whole book.
She'd end up just flying through the entire book. Why is that?
Because it's interesting and I like reading.
She likes reading now, and it's interesting. And so she went from not liking reading to like, can I say that you love to read now?
Yes.
Is that the truth?
Yes. I always want to get a bunch of books from the library, but I'm only allowed to get 3.
So now whenever we go to the library, she wants a whole stack of books, and she has just fallen in love with reading. And I want to say a huge part of that is because of this Sonlight and the dynamics of different books that they had her read. What did you love most about the books that you read?
It's that they were it was a story and they were trying to make stuff and adventures, and some of the stories I know really well.
You do? Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite one?
Yes. Viking Adventure.
Viking Adventure?
Mm-hmm.
Viking Adventure was her favorite. I thought you were gonna say the 3rd grade detective ones. You love those.
Yes.
And she ended up, now the 3rd grade detective series, I think they required her to read like 2 or 3 of them. She ended up reading all of them. Mm-hmm. So she really, really loved it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are we gonna do it again next year?
Yes.
Yes, we are. We're gonna do it again next year.
Yay!
So definitely on the favorites list. All right, so this is a collaboration hosted by my friend Megan over at Pennies and Salt. So definitely check out the description to watch all the other ladies in this collaboration and all of their favorites. You're gonna look here, not over here. Sorry guys, I have a new camera, so I have to remind everybody, don't look at yourself. Look at the lens right here.
So I'm looking at the...
No, there, you're looking over there. Don't look at yourself. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is my son, Sean. Sean is finishing up his 6th grade year this year, and he has been working really hard on his curriculum this year, ranging from all types of things and advanced things and on-level things and all over the place. And so I think that he's old enough and wise enough to know what his favorite curriculum or thing that he did use this year was. And what was that? What was your favorite thing this year?
I'm freezing. It was the reading thing that I'm doing right now with all those other kids in my class, and that's one of my favorite because usually my school days are really hard, and then that's like a little sweet bit of chocolate in between all of the salt.
The salt of school?
Yeah. Everything.
You know, the Bible says to be the salt of the earth.
Exactly.
Salt adds seasoning.
I get that, but my schoolwork is not seasoning. It's like bitter. It's like sour.
Yeah.
It's like it should have been like...
Until next year, right? Next year he had a hand in all of the curriculum that was chosen for next year. He went through examples and went through samples and did all the things. I have a whole video on it. If you want, I'll link it up above. So next year he's super excited, but this year was a little bit of a rough year for him. He did not enjoy majority of his work that he was doing. but the one thing that he did enjoy, which is redefining homeschool.
Loved it. Like, I
That's
can't
what he's
even
talking about right now.
express how much I loved it, because today I had a meeting and it was super cool, and I got to hang out with a bunch of other kids.
What you mean hang out?
Like, we got to
Give them
talk.
more information. They don't know much
So-
about redefining school.
So
homeschool.
basically, when I first got nervous because I wasn't sure how everybody was gonna react. So you basically join. I'm looking at that by that.
You need to look at this.
Yeah. So when I first joined the meeting, I was super nervous. My mom could tell you all about it. And then when we joined, the teacher was really nice, and she's explained everything. I got on the top leaderboard for Yahtzee. I was Golden Eagle, and
This
we got
is
to
not
read out
important.
our story. Then we had to read out.
It's
something
not
that-
Yahtzee. I thought it was Kahoot.
Sorry, Kahoot. And then we got to read out our stories to everybody, and then so we're not on constructive criticism yet. So even if somebody's story was bad, like they would all be like, we'd snap our fingers like they do in the coffee clubs that we talked about, and then we would just hang out.
Are you trying to make sure that you're looking dead at the camera?
Yes, it's really difficult. I want to look at the screen, and then I'm looking at the camera too. And then that was really fun. I got to hang out with a bunch of other kids, but it's not to get anybody confused. It's not direct. Like, you can unmute anytime and talk to people. It was more of like you had to wait your turn to read out your story.
Okay, can I give them some detail? Okay, so I've got some more information coming out about it on my channel, but we've been doing redefining homeschool, and it's pretty much a literature study course with a live teacher that she teaches them lessons on a weekly basis, and then every other week, so twice a month, they come together, all of the students, on a Zoom, and they discuss what they've been reading and the assignment that they have. So what he was saying was that you can turn off the camera if you want, if you don't want to be seen, right?
Yeah, and then nobody actually had to read their story. It was completely optional, but I chose to because everybody said mine was really funny. So I chose to because I put a lot of jokes in mine, and it had a punchline and everything.
Okay, so he chose to read his story, but you don't necessarily have to read your story.
Or even show your video at all.
Yeah, so anyway, so his favorite thing for this homeschool year is redefining homeschool, and I'll have more about it coming up mid-May. So in about 2 more weeks, I'll have some more information coming out about it. Make sure you're subscribed so that you get this information when it does come out. But let's just say it's a huge hit with kids, and it brings literature alive because it's kind of like a coffee chat, right? Like a coffee shop thing where you're sitting there talking about different literary works. I think
Right now we're doing Langston Hughes.
Yeah, Langston Hughes.
Next week we'll be writing our own, or this Sunday when she sends all of us the PDF, we will be doing poetry, and then we will be making our own poems. And then we'll also be doing haikus and stuff. So
yeah,
really
so that's pretty cool. All right.
Bye, everybody.
You just wearing your undershirt? You don't want to put on a shirt? No? He doesn't want to put on a shirt. So he's going to be here in his undershirt. But, Shy, what was your favorite homeschool curriculum that you did this year?
This one.
This one? So it's upside down. This is elementary phonics by JDA level 1, and he's been working through this curriculum this year and the second half of this year, and he has just been loving it. And it pretty much goes through each consonant with a vowel and then introduces CVC words, and in less than, like, I want to say it takes us like maybe I want to say it takes us like maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to go through a lesson a day, and it's just really doing a good job at teaching him how to read. So we do the consonant and the vowel, and then, like I said, they transition into 3-letter words, and then towards the end, they do sentences. And so why do you like this curriculum? Why is that your favorite?
Because it's Easy peasy mountain squeezy.
Because it's easy peasy mountain squeezy? Do you like the stickers? Yeah. Do you like how fast it is? Yeah. Yeah. And do you like saying your vowels? Well, can you tell them what your vowels are?
A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y.
That's right. That's the vowels, y'all. So what he loves about it's fast. You know, you get that, he gets that gratification soon.
And I get stickers.
And he gets stickers. And who doesn't love stickers? So whenever he gets, whenever he's done with a lesson, at the end, we add like a sticker to the completed part. I don't know if you can see that.
Whenever I get like the full word done, I get a sticker.
Yeah, when he's done with the full sheet. And that's his absolute favorite, right? Okay. All right.
Can I leave now?
Yes, you can leave now. So my littlest actually fell asleep. But before she fell asleep, she had told me what her favorite was that she was going to talk about. And she was going to talk about this workbook by JDA. And it is her preschool beginning math workbook. And she just absolutely loves it. We cannot go a day without doing it. I'm barely getting away with not doing it on Saturdays and Sundays, but she absolutely loves it. She loves how she's able to navigate through the pages by herself, which is one thing that I love about it, is that she can do it independently. And yeah, so that is her favorite thing. I'll have it all linked in the description. Now, if you've seen any of my curriculum picks videos, and I will link in the description the playlist, you will know that my absolute favorite for this year has been Who is God? And it, to me, is why homeschool. It is getting to the apologetics, the heart behind what we believe, the importance as to why it is important to know God, and why it is important to know what you believe and why you believe it, and what our purpose is as Christians, and how we can interact with one another. I have learned so much about my own faith through this curriculum. And also I have loved watching my children make connections and watching them get stronger in their faith and watching them develop a relationship with Christ for themselves, because it is a personal, unique relationship. And I have just, like I said, this is why I homeschool. This is why I'm homeschooled, to walk with them, to disciple them. And this book, this curriculum has been such a joy and a blessing to our home. So Who is God is my absolute all-time favorite for this year, volume 1, and I could not recommend it enough. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video informative, maybe picked up a few things that you can pick up for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and until next time, bye y'all.